Hello, sinners. Give me like 2 seconds to sort myself out. I'm just adjusting things. My camera and various things is not in the usual place, so I need to just make sure that everything's in a good location so it can all see me, still do its thing, whilst also, not showing my face. Right, I think that's a good orientation. Welcome on in, everyone. Painting stream. I know. Wild shit. Let's check what my camera's looking. Okay, there. Good. Check it. Put it to hand cam mode, yes. Hand reveal. I know. Hands. A bit of that off the table, actually. I can't it. Can I bend that way? Can't. Might just have to do. See if I can't fit something like. There we go. Hopefully that should be alright. Let me know if you're having any issues hearing me, by the by, or anything like that. As my legs are showing a little bit. Hide my legs better. Ah, that'll do. Now I can just see my hands. Sort of my keyboard. Right, let me grab the minis. So, got a couple of fellas to paint today. And one slightly bigger thing. So, the plan is to get them looking like this guy. Hoping you can see him alright. Camera's focus is a bit funny, I've noticed. Maybe I'll get better as the light seats. Or get worse, who knows. I also have this little fancy device here to grip my miniatures. So we've got some options. Right, they've all been hand-based except for the larger fella. The larger fella has given the loving this content again. Let me just check. Do I sound okay as I get close to it? Yes, I do. Okay. This is going to be a little scuff as I try and orientate myself into a good position and get my camera in good position. There's just so I can do that. Let's move it all, isn't it? Right. Grab my paints and things. Apologies, I had a call right as I was about to start, which threw me completely off. It threw me so far off kilter. Italics. First. Wash. We're gonna need all this good stuff. Got a lot of dudes to paint. Whole 10-man squad here. Keep knocking them over. Great start. I've given some of them little bits of terrain and things. So yeah, this is just going to be a chill little stream. Nothing crazy. This is just a time for us to relax and enjoy a good yap while I paint. Pinch him in. Fuck. This is not gripping. Very good. Definitely. There we go. It's better. I was going to say. Paid good money for it to grip, so. We're going to need some little brushes for these guys. Sorry, I'm going to be turning away from the camera a bunch. My apologies in advance for this. Right. We need a full stream. That would have been much better, but we can't always have what we want, can we? Okay. We might actually be ready now. Water there. Alright. Let's get started, shall we? Alright. I'm going to try and be prevalent about what I'm doing and hopefully keep myself on screen. Right then. Let's have a look at you. But look at my tester. See what I did. Ah, we'll need the red too. Right, we'll start with the... Honestly, probably start with the red. With him, he's got that plume. So that to consider. I feel the plume should also be a similar kind of red. If you fancy the fist, obviously want to... yeah, alright. Look. Get some of this onto the palette. For anyone following at home, this is Blood Angels Red. It's a good little contrast paint. I rate it highly. Alright. Clean the shoulder pad up a little bit with some metallics. It's done. See, I kind of wanted these guys to have a similar feel to the Word Bearers a little bit. Similar kind of gist. Kind of corrupted force that was slowly turning to chaos. Not quite all there yet. So these guys definitely aren't as corrupt as their masters. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I mean, the camera's not perfect. Not sure why. I thought it was better. Maybe some lighting issue, possibly. See, this regiment of Solar Auxilia, I would say they either come from Colchis or a Word Bearers conquered world. The Solar Auxilia are basically like a template for non-Startes forces to follow. For the elite, of course, the base Imperial army was not as well equipped or trained, or frankly as disciplined either. Okay. This brush, if I remember rightly, is older. Its bristles like to go where they want to go sometimes. very helpful when trying to paint precise detail. I have tried to take care of it as best as I can, but unfortunately, this brush is older. I need more paint on this. I don't have a wet palette, so can't exactly keep the paints as wet as I might like. I probably should have a wet palette. I appreciate honestly the benefits of it. I'm doing a very risky thing with the contrast in that not meant to really add more onto it while it's drying, but you know, sometimes we take a few risks. We'll probably get the artificial layer brush for some of the sort of stuff, but I wanted to just get a initial they're calling the hey, can we get a feet cam next? I've had to push this thing forward because you could see my entire thigh. Now I'm wearing jeans before you get too excited, but you know, last time I did this I had thigh cam very easily on there. I know Robin was very disappointed to be without that one. Hopefully Robin's doing okay. I haven't seen her in quite a while. I've not seen them in quite a while. But, I think we stream out all the time, so it's just one of those things, isn't it? I want to take them off. No, because I would be uncomfy. Also, TOS. So, progress so far. If you're in the Discord, you've seen the one this is all going to be based on, so... Honestly, I might just not even use the hand. I'll use the handle when my hand starts to hurt. How about that? So I don't think I'll need it most of the damn time. So I'll just grab him real quick. This is the one that we want them based on. No search. Yeah, exactly. This one is based off of. Now, I appreciate you probably can't see him very well. This camera, dubious. There we go. Bit dubious on its focusing, I must admit. But if you see it in Discord, there's a picture in there. It's a bit better. Right. Let's see. Ignore the sloshing. That's just me shaking paint. Might just work some of this off in the pot. Actually, you know what? I feel like I need a more precise brush. This one is a little bit... What's it so? A frenzy artificial layer. Teeniest of details requires the teeniest of brushes. And yes, we can use these ones straight from the pot. Yeah, these guys, like I say, they're like kinda corrupted, but not really. They're not like full-on chaos worshippers yet. But the signs of taint are definitely there. They're more propensity for brutal close quarters combat and nasty case of taking battlefield trophies in some cases. You know, vehicles I'm thinking in particular will have trophies, and occasionally odd pseudo-demonic creatures might follow them round as well. You know, early days for Chaos, but still very much on the brand. I've listened to Ghost 5, 10, 10. Damn. It doesn't help. My little light above, it's meant to help, like, keep me lit up, is starting to flicker, I've noticed, just slightly. I don't know if that's an issue with this, or if it's just a case where, you know, maybe it's starting to go. I don't know. So I might need to go and get a new light at some point, potentially. Or be forced to stream in the light, which is a terrible idea. Not doing that. Maybe I get like a half-decent ring light, eh? That might honestly be best. Now, these shoulder pads I'm not too worried about, because we can clean them up. We can clean them up. Because we can just put some metallics on there. So I'm being a little bit less clean. If we need to put an extra coat on, we can, but we are going to be hitting it with a wok, so not too worried about them. So you can probably see how fucking nibbled my fingers are. Yes, Cobra nibbles fingers in times of stress. Or out of habit. Little nibbler, my fingies. I'm glad to know as well, for those of you who may have not seen yet, the next video is done too. That was the 7 Days of Ghost 510, Tyler the Creator, 106 listens. Oh, Ghost with 500 listens. I'm stupid. No, damn. See, I kind of just find music on YouTube to vibe to. I don't know if I've got many, like, particular people I follow. The closest one might be people like Disturbed or some older metal bands. You know, Sabbath, Rip Ozzy. Holy fuck. Honestly, I'm amazed he lived as long as he did. The man lived a good life, despite how many drugs he put in himself. Holy shit. Man really went hard on the drugs, so I'm honestly amazed he lived as long as he did, but fucking hell. We lost one of the greats, unfortunately, for metal. We did, we lost one of the greats. Probably would have got there for 10 years, he didn't have Parkinson. Honestly, he fucking would have. Honestly, he would have lived another 10 years easy. Nothing lasts forever, fortunately. Wish it did. It does. I will say, if you want something that he was in, that's absolute quality, by the way, check out Brutal Legend. Now, it is a bit of a strange, like, RTS kind of game, but there's, like, an action-adventure bit to it, too. And, honestly, it's fucking great. It didn't get the best reception back in the day, but honest to God, it's so underrated. And I really hope people kind of discover it, because it's so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he did clean up his act. I mean, Sharon made him. Sharon Osbourne made sure he cleaned up his fucking act. He had to. Oh yeah, honestly, I replayed it not that long ago. Actually, might have been a bit now. Might have been a few years ago now, but I remember replaying it and thinking, fucking hell, this is awesome. Like, I started over, just in the beginning. Just played it. I love that game, man. Like, every voice actor in it is an actual, like, member of a rock band and stuff, and holy fuck, man. It's just so peak. I made such a good decision switching to this brush, don't fuck. It was a very good decision. I want to replay it. Honestly, yeah. You should. Oh, the soundtrack's amazing. Most of it probably can't be streamed because of copyright bullshit, but fuck, man, it's so good. It's so good. You know the things that that sort of draws me to Warhammer? The fact a lot of the older art looks like fucking metal albums, man. Some of those older Chaos arts in particular, man, look fucking metal as fuck. I don't know. It's a weird crossover for me of like that kind of music and these kind of stuff. I think Disturbed's like the only band I kind of sort of follow nowadays, but not really. I'll keep up with them, you know, if they make a new song, I'll definitely, you know, listen in. Because I think they're at about the right level where it's like, it's not screamo. I'm not quite a bit like full-on screamo metal, but they're about that right level where it's not too much screamo. Still like decent. Like, I always describe it as like, it's the kind of music that you can listen to, like an action scene, right? Ironic enough, a lot of like old DBZ movies, I think, use like, I think one of them used Stupefy, which is an interesting choice. I think Indestructible might have been the first one I got introduced to. That was fucking peak. That's a good song. I just went down the list. Search for Legends and Spotify originals soundtrack and most of the songs were licensed for the game. Oh yeah. Hey Eli! Hey buddy! How you doing? Oh shit, I can literally wave at you fuckers now. Hello! Ah, see chat, this is why I need to get a... I was about to say I need to get a 3D model on these days. Considering how much my current one's costing, I meant to think if I went to a 3D model and went, could you make me 3D? I'd have to get the kit for it and all that stuff, but I'd like to do 3D one of these days, because I can wave at you fuckers. Do you know how many memes I can fucking do as well with it? Holy shit. I would green screen, have a green screen like in VR, record myself doing shit. It'd be fucking beautiful. I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm having a nice chill stream today. There'll be no raging about Archeon getting smacked around by Boris, or how crap the Demon Prince is. Or that fucking beta. I'll have a video for those though. Well, for the beta and Demon Prince. I think Archeon was just me being bad, to be honest, but, you know. Maybe I should have gone that way. I probably just jumped in too quick. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Could I afford it right now? Probably, actually. But I've only got the money because I don't spend it much. So it's not going to be anytime soon. But I would like that to be my next thing. In, like, a while's time. Yes, I think Twitch is saying hello. Some of the Twitch chat saying hello to you, Eli. Judas is saying hello to you from Twitch. Although only I can really see it. Yeah, I mean, being on Legendary was probably half of that problem. But if anyone wondering, I do have the funny handle, in case my hand starts to fucking cramp. Because it will at some point. Now, question. How should we do this big guy? So this is a Acheron Heavy Sentinel. And he is wielding a fuck ton of missiles and a thermal lance. Big melt weapon. I've added some adornments, some parchment on the side. You see it there. This up so don't knock it over. That closed. Hang on a second. That is not closed. Now it's closed. Look at Hello Kitty styled. Wouldn't quite fit the theme, I suspect. Now, how are we for... There's a very subtle difference in the spray colour and then the colour I'm using for the armour, so I might need to just paint it up a little with the... you will notice a little crack on him there. I accidentally chipped this bit off and I had to glue it back on. It glued on quite well, thankfully, but there's a little crack that I'm hoping to cover with paint. Little bird friend here. Oh, didn't you? I did try and link it last minute, but 2 seconds. Can I reach my mouse from here? I am going to attempt to send it in chat. 1 second. Bear with me as I make the honest-to-God attempt to get the copy message link. Don't know if that worked. That actually worked. That might not have worked. Hang on. Try that now. There we go. That's better. There we go. What's this? And I can't comment. I was going to buy some Warhammer sets. Started building that, but I only had 30. Oh, buddy, that's about a character, I think. Yeah, no, you might struggle a little bit with that, my friend. A lot of this will be covered in metallics anyway, so let's try it. Let's try a few ideas with this. I'm thinking something like a sort of pseudo checkerboard kind of thing. I can always clean it up a bit later. Again, we can clean this up, so don't worry if it looks messy right now. We'll just clear it up later. It is contrast paint, so it's not the best thing for doing this with, but That's not very good, is it? It's fine. We will just fill the area a bit, and then we'll use the other paint to clear it up once it's dried. It's not irreparably a problem. Again, should Cobra be using contrast paint to do this? Probably not. But they always recommend using very wet paint. Like runny paint. Don't worry about the Solar Auxilia symbol. We'll paint over that with some metallics later. There we go. Need some cleaning up, I know, but not terribly. Ah, there you go. Now open Chrome again. What's this? Ah, excellent, you joined. Welcome into Discord. Yeah, went to the game hall again and can't spend the last 30 without getting anything. It's looking... Yeah, GW stuff is expensive, my friend. I'll be honest, if you'd have told me you'd gotten something for that kind of money, I'd have been fucking shocked. Because Warhammer is an expensive hobby, my friend. It's a very expensive hobby. It's very satisfying to me anyway, but fuck me, this is an expensive hobby. You know, I might paint... Actually, I might do the rest of them later, after the metallics. It'll be easier to do them after the metallics. Well, a little bird friend here. Also, yes, there are some skulls on this guy. There's some decorative skulls, mostly because I fucked up the build for this, so those are supposed to be pistons there. Fucked that up, so I just put skulls in its place. And parts was over the areas I shaved off, so I made some mistakes this model, but also if you were in the Warhammer 40k range, what side would you join? Ooh. Which form of evil would I like to represent? Be part of? I suppose in many ways, the Imperium is the lesser of some evils. The Tau is probably the most prosperous people you're going to be a part of, but also they're very naive to how fucked they are. So I would say the Imperium, but at the same time, with the very big asterisk that it ain't gonna be a free ride. Painful, horrible, probably. Paint this bird. Well, why not? This bird perched on a bunch of twigs and ammo supply. There were bits, battlefield debris. See, as for the infantry, I know exactly what I'm doing for them. This guy is going to be the one that takes a while, probably, chat. Because this guy is the one that I'm going to have to experiment a little bit, see what I'm liking. We may just get rid of those chevrons entirely. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if I can't clean them up a bit. Sorry if I'm not showing it on the camera very well. Just trying to get to the finer details of this guy. Maybe I'm joining Chaos, doing corn work, and secretly hoping you are doing it now. Difficult to do as you get more and more into corn. Your mind starts slipping, you see. Or the bloodlust hits. You've got to kind of hold on to your will. Which isn't easy to do when you've got the blood god screaming in your ear. Alright. Time for some metallics. Already, I know. I kind of hand-based these guys in the calls I wanted, so... Now, for the Heavy Sentinel, I might... Actually... I'll come back to Heavy Sentinel. We'll see how much we get done with it. Apologies. It's gonna happen a few times. Right, I think that's thoroughly shaken. It's okay. I got some sort of tester images for the new model, basically like as guides for rigging and stuff. And the smug and the grin. Oh, it's so good. By the way, that grin on Discord. Fair enough. Just posture check real quick. Do have a little bit of hydration for this big old flask. Big fucking flask here. Big black flask. Really, this flask has served me well. Wasn't mine originally, but it was sort of given to me, and then kind of ended up becoming mine by just the fact that I'm using it so much. It's taking good care of me. Alright, now on to non-contrast paint. Actual, traditional paint. I could have dehydrated 20,000 times. You could, however, I can only hydrate so much. This might be the wrong brush for this one. Let's see. We'll start with prime. Yeah. Let me think. What bits of you going to be metallic? Bits of you. All the metal plating, other things, okay. You hydrate it. Now Judas. Little Judah. Oh, the little Oku. Excuse me, Loku. I'm the one who gives commands around here. Thank you very much. Don't make me get the leash. Careful now. Kerbal doesn't always. Kerbal might decide to get a bit frisky. Right, let us paint the plates. All of these plates that would not actually withstand much in the way of Astartes bolter fire, but they have a better chance of survival than the regular Solar Auxilia. And a damn sight better chance than most human forces nowadays. Imperium. Certainly better fucking train than most of them, that's for sure. Get even better gear. These guys are out here rocking Volkite weapons and all kinds of shit. The good stuff, you know? All the fancy toys. Bygone era. Armor, isn't it? So this side of it as well. And he's got a big old power fist. In case anyone's dumb enough to get close to him, he has to give them the old Imperial fisting. You catch my meaning? The angels do get a bit quirky at night. Exactly. Listen. This cyber angel will hack your VR system and make you see all kinds of weird shit. By proximity. Do this whole thing metallic for now. You can adjust. So yeah, he is wielding a power fist, so God help you if you are even a Space Marine, if he ends up hitting you with it. Now don't get me wrong, a Space Marine might be able to dodge out the way in time because they're fucking quick. If you've played Space Marine 1 or 2, you'll understand, especially 2 with the Primaris, but even back in the day they were fucking quick. Yeah, Space Marine. The power armor's pretty good. Pretty fucking incredible, really, but its power weapons are, generally speaking, good enough to get through them. Power Fist is no joke. But these guys can, to a point anyway, take on a Space Marine, and sometimes even win. Normally it's the tanks that kind of make that possible. The tanks kind of, how shall we say, make you from an impossible task to win to a at least probable attempt. You know what, I feel like the hand might be good for this stuff, actually, because my hand's not yet feeling it, but I might start feeling the pain. Doing all the basing stuff now, and then I can do all the fancier stuff later. If you're wondering the kind of the white kind of stuff you see on this base, that is Milliput. Although I tried to paint over it. My attempts of Milliput weren't super successful, but I was able to remedy any mistakes. So, don't completely flop. Milliput's a weird thing, I must admit. Chat, it's a very weird thing. Yeah. All the obvious panels. To be fair, it makes sense of a groin plate. You kind of don't want your groin being hit. If you've ever been kicked in the dick, now imagine a shotgun to the dick. But you don't have to imagine that. I've seen it. Fuck me. That looked bad. Don't lie. Not in person, thankfully. I've thankfully not watched a person remove themselves from the fucking bloodline. But I've seen videos of it anyway. That's why armor is always make sure the groin is protected. Gentlemen, your junk is important. You should take care of it. And please, for the love of God, don't stick a pistol down your trousers, or your pants, as you say in America, and think that you're a big man and then you pull the fucking trigger and realise you ain't got no fucking dick no more. Then your ass is dickless. Somewhat, most likely, maidenless. Hey, Seven Silter! You join Chaos. Let's catch up chat with that. The X2 power armor. The XO2 is definitely decent. It's very powerful stuff, don't get me wrong. I would never besmirch the XO armor. It's pretty. The Fallout power armor is pretty decent. However, the thing is, right, you have to remember, it's not the armor that's entirely the thing. You're dealing with an Astartes in power armor. Now, there are humans in 40k in power armor, and I'd wager all-out Marines in power armor could probably put up a good fight, maybe even outdo them. As good as Sisters of Battle are, and they're fucking good. However, a Space Marine is a different animal, because you're not just dealing with a person in armor, you're dealing with a person in, you know, a person who is superhuman. You're dealing with a monster, to be frank. Oh! Oh, is it balls? Oh shit. Wait. Oh, I thought that was... Sorry, there's someone in the community called Balls. I wasn't sure that you were saying you were Balls. I was like, is that Balls? That is YouTube? But all you guys have the same names across platform. You know, we are going to use the handle, I think. The funny handle looks like a sex toy. Like, all I'm saying is, right, okay. Look at this thing. There's a handle for holding paint, for holding models, right? But are you telling me this isn't the same shape as something you put up your ass? It is. Let's be honest. One of you has put an object like this up your ass at least once. Don't lie to me. You have. Probably a tail on the end, didn't it? I know some of you are like. Oh, I have to get this model pinched. Wasn't me. I see. I see, Oku. I see. I see. New name, new you, eh? New name, new freak. Same freak. Excellent. No worries, you get your beverage. I do have a little bit of booze left in, but it is a Sunday, so I probably should. Already feel my hand going a little bit. Again, if need be, we can clean this up. Yeah, the Solar Auxilia Void Suits are some of the best armor a non-augmented human can wield. There isn't power armor. And it's honestly pretty good shit. As I say, it's not as good as Astartes power armor. And it's environmentally sealed, which is one of the best bits about it. So they can fight in shitty environments, as well as just in the void of space. In fact, before the Imperium found them, they were a concept made in the colonies around Saturn, actually. Their entire purpose was to... They basically called the Void Hoplites back in the day. Well, they did exactly the tin. Boarded, attacked things in space. Because everything was in spaceships or little colonies and stuff. So for those of you who know Gundam better, perhaps, you know, the colonies of Saturn were like some of the colonies like Zion and other things, you know, back in Gundam. Similar kind of gist to a lot of that. Except the 100 Years' War was more kind of constant, and to be fair to the Saturn colonies, they were more successful than a lot of the little empires that sprung up around our solar system. Before the Emperor turned up and went, okay, I'm going to unite all this one way or another, whether you want to be united or not. And they decided to just jump in. Hello, Milkcat. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? There's been new people on YouTube today. Welcome to all you new YouTube people. Baron Zuckerbrell, your Cyber Angel VTuber, and I promise I'm a little less scuffed than this normally. But today I'm a little scuffed as I'm trying to maneuver my iPhone so it can actually see me past the little arm of a camera, so you can see me paint. Hopefully you can see me paint. Oh, this stance isn't good for me though. Oh. Being stiff, very good. But yes, I'm just rambling on about some Warhammer Horus Heresy lore while I paint some Solar Auxilia. You know what's weird? Do you know what actually attracted me to Solar Auxilia over making a Marine force in a game mainly set about Marines? I saw a tweet that was about some, like, boarding action on a ship, and they had to use melee weapons for some contrived reason. And I don't know why, but seeing a bunch of people running around in sci-fi armor with axes just got me thinking of these guys so much that I had to buy some. My hyperfixation was so strong that I just had to have them. And as such, here we are. Slowly painting and building a Solar Auxilia force that I may or may not be used for a game. Knowing Games Workshop, the current edition will be long gone by the time I actually finish this army. So I'm not rushing it. See no reason to. I'm not expecting to do a game anytime soon, and to be totally honest with you, I doubt it'll happen, because I don't know many people who play Horus Heresy that I can get in a game with. So, but you know what? That doesn't stop me from painting and enjoying. I get a game in, I get a game in. I'll probably get my ass beat because these are unaugmented humans versus space marines. As I've been explaining for the last while now, that is not a fight. The unaugmented human wins typically. It's very much not the fights they win. But if anyone has a chance, it would be the very well trained, well disciplined, well armed Solar Auxilia. And there is one thing I have at my advantage. We still have the Lehman Russ battle tank, and back in these days it can be equipped with some nasty little toys that even a Space Marine will take notice of, or that Space Marine will cease to exist, as massive Volkites and plasma cannons start getting pounded into them. So, I assure you, be a little bit. It's fine. So, we'll have a little cleanup round before we start the wash anyway. Right, let's do the axe. We can be a little bit more impromptu with the axe because most of the axe are metal anyway. Some people do fancy handles for them. The way I see it, these are brutal, semi-mass-produced power weapons, so I don't see the purpose of making these fancier. Maybe for some regiments, you know. Ones assigned to the Emperor's Children, perhaps, or Ultramarines, or legions that have more of a thing for, or just certain regiments that maybe are more of a thing for like fancier stuff, like, you know, wooden hatchets and stuff. So, like, but the way I see it is these guys are pretty big on their melee, so they're not really ornamented much. Because these axes are going to go through some shit. They're going to be pounding into Space Marines and probably over auxiliary regiments and horrors like that, so they're not likely to go down. Wait, you're I am. Also, very appropriate name, Paint Games on anything. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Yes, I do have my little descriptor on Twitch. Yes, I forget the exact term for it. There is a fancy Japanese term for it, but yes, I'm a gentleman, but my model is femme, because it's how I like to present myself online. It is, it is. I'm not the only one who does it. You've got people like Porcelain Maid who do it, and like that. So it's a less rare thing than it used to be. The axe, I feel like it's good for maybe it's. No, I should probably have it. There we go. Put my chair forward a bit more. Probably helps if you can actually see me painting it, wouldn't it? That might be a good idea. If I had a nickel for every time I found an Abigail that was making Warhammer and is a dude, then I would have 2 nickels. It's not happened twice. I mean, let's be honest, my man. You know what the target, I say target audience. I don't think Games Workshop is a target audience, but that's the most likely demographic. It so happens that some of us present ourselves as hot anime women. Fine. Then of course the natural response is, what the fuck's this? Then lure you in with yapping. Just stuck here among my sinners. I slowly convince you to join the Discord. That's where it all goes downhill. Most welcome to stay here if you wish. I'm having a nice chill stream today. I've had a lot of less than chill streams recently, so I wanted a chill one. I wish I had my walk a bit closer so I didn't have to lean over as much, but I'm probably going to change my Warcraft doing to this, because obviously metallic flakes and all that, but... There we go, have one done. Two down, well, 3 down technically. 7 more to go. That's the one. Is it Baba Yumi? Something like that? No. Big ones, should say. Deep. Hang around the Warhammer part, especially the Michael Warhammer VTuber parts. Hey, nice. It's pleasantly growing, honestly. We've got people like Bricky kind of accidentally introducing a load of people to Warhammer, and a lot of them be tubers. Ironically, I'd encountered Warhammer long before I'd encountered the Warhammer content creators. I first encountered Warhammer back in Space Marine 1. That's when I first discovered it. Then I had no idea what the hell it was, but I thought it was cool. Didn't collect the models for a long time, but I did... Was it Vaults of Terror? Was that the first the content creator I think I remember watching? Yeah, Vaults of Terror, that's it. I think they're still going. Although it's been a long time since I've seen the Vaults of Terror videos. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Hopefully they are. But, yeah, so... I watched them and then kind of slowly found myself getting delved in, and then encountered other content creators and discovered the lore, discovered all the big crazy events, and then nowadays I'm the one yapping about it, introducing it to people. As much as I sometimes feel a little guilty considering how Games Workshop has treated its fan base, I always worry that I've introduced someone to Warhammer and they are going to find out the hard way that Games Workshop are the ones who probably make it worse. But, no. I always encourage people to discover the setting. I should introduce myself. I paint it. I don't know anything. I just paint, I paint miniatures, draw, write, print. It's got hours in painting, holy shit. I haven't kept track of my own painting. This was Swede. Don't worry, buddy, you're in good company. I feel like about half of my audience are from your neck of the woods. They're either like, just, you know, they're either sort of Norse kind of areas. So you're not the only one. Don't worry. I don't know how they got into Warhammer. You can blame me if you want, buddy. Being honest, I expected fingerless gloves for anime. You were expecting black nail polish from me, were you? You know, you're not the first person to think I was a goth. Do you know, a lot of people tell me that when they first meet me, they thought I was a goth. And now, don't get me wrong, I appreciate a goth. As much as all of us, I'm sure, do. But I myself am not a goth. Or an emo or anything like that. I've not got the... I'm not someone who paints their fingers or anything like that. The only paint on my fingers is when I fuck up and splash some on me doing this. I expect to end today's stream with paint on my fingers, honestly. If I do with my fingers, I always fucking nibble them. I'm into goth culture, but I don't dress goth. Too expensive. If I'm being honest, in Poland, one guy with any nail polish equals... If I'm being honest, in Poland, guy with any nail polish equals... Yeah, oh, it was in like... Ah, okay. It's love. I mean, fanboys are very much welcome here. Listen, I've been a Velkian viewer for quite a while. Hell, when I was watching it originally, he wasn't even called Velkian. Yeah. Fanboys are fine here. Accepting graceful. Listen, I'm an enjoyer of thigh highs, and some brothers look far too good in them for their own good. I'd like to stress I'm 90% sure I'm straight, however, there's always that small part of me that thinks, am I though? Entirely. Sometimes some motherfucker waltzes on in, I'm like, well, shit, now I'm not sure. The confusion burner, if you... Confused but horny. Like that, I've demonetized myself, even though I'm not monetized on YouTube, so it's fine. Can't be demonetized if I wasn't monetized to begin with, YouTube. Checkmate. And Twitch doesn't really care. I ain't big enough. Twitch to care. Yet. Indeed we do, Oku. Indeed we do. I don't know what kind of man you are. Can't get nothing exactly. Bad God of Blood God, what are you painting? Can't see what. The Pixel Goblin Slumber Resolution. Apologies, this camera's not the best, is it? Fortunately. I thought it was a bit better than this. These are Solar Auxilia. Specifically, I'm painting some Velataris Storm section. See if I can get it to focus a bit better. Focus. Camera? Hello? This camera's not focusing. Jesus Christ. That's a little bit better at least. There you go. There he is, that's better. There's more money on Hot Angel, the camera. Yes, Horus Heresy stuff. Let me see if I can get the one this is based off of. I can hopefully show you a bit better. There you go. Ah, it's focusing better now. Excellent. There you go. So this is the one they're all going to kind of look like in the end. I saw some meme, I don't remember what it said. Would choose the part where you switch your gender. Every time you sneeze. Hella funny since I pay fever. Same. You gotta wear those you'd have to wear a loose shirt all the time. It depends, right? Like, do you know what your proportions are gonna be when you switch gender? Like, you know. Do you suddenly sneeze and your shirt that fits perfectly fine normally is now rather tight as you have gained H biddies. Size H biddies, you know what I mean? You don't know. You're asking me rocking some fucking fat fucking milkers. I'm so glad the camera's now focusing better. Hey, thank you. I was quite proud of it, honestly. These are Traitor Solar Auxilia, specifically. They are intended to work with... These ones particularly have worked with the Word Bearers a bunch. Hopefully there are any random screaming outside. Some people are being loud for the sake of being loud today. So these are the most elite unaugmented military force the Imperium has ever had, by the way. Other than like maybe the Lucifer Blacks, but these are like the most skilled and well-armed and armored non-augmented human, like proper full-on army they've ever had. These guys were like... Not obviously, Space Marines would kick their ass. However, these guys actually send us chance. Like this axe is a power weapon, for example. So they have a bit more of a chance. And yes, they do run in with an axe. In fact, they will do exactly that. Oh, that's switch enemy 10 times a day. Loud did that. Kid sneezes, changes to a man. A gay one. Bisexual homies be like, this is good. See, though, the thing is, you just tickle your nose every so often. Like, oh no, no girlfriend. You've become the girlfriend. There you go. You've become the grill. How much longer it's going to take me to paint this entire squad? I have a feeling a while. Probably an hour. That says me everything, doesn't it? Well, buckle down, kiddos. This is going to be the long one. Kobol's going to be yapping a lot, so it's going to be longer. For those of you who are new, I do a lot of Total War and other things occasionally, but I'm a big Warhammer lover. So these guys, the Storm section specifically, wield Volkite charges or power axes, but they can also wield flamers and rotary cannons occasionally. The basic line section have like juiced up las guns that actually can penetrate power armor if they get like close enough. And then their marshals and officers can like wield power weapons and stuff. Not to mention their Lehman Russ tanks can field stuff like plasma cannons and Volkite, like incinerators. Which is nothing to sniff at. Like, they get trusted with Volkite weaponry, which is rare even in the Legion days. I do hope they get a few extra stuff here and there, but they also get, like, juiced up Ogrins who are roided up to fuck and cybernetically altered. And those things can actually tear a Marine in half. Although these days they're kind of illegal because the Mechanicum don't like them. These guys can also bring Mechanicum Battle Automata into the field as well. That is also a thing that they can do. Also, this is back when the AdMech actually had like robots and stuff. Big robots and that. A lot of them died off. You see about half of them turned traitor. And then I think because essentially their entire point was these guys were like void experts. You keep them in ships, they were the kind of weapon you needed for a growing empire. And I suspect the idea is that Gilliman saw it as a thing you didn't need anymore for an empire that was going to be refocused on defense. Like Legion destroyers, the guys who run around with phosphex and rad weaponry. He kind of figured those weren't needed either, because you're trying to defend the planet. If you're using radiation weapons against it, there's no fucking planet left. I think it's a similar case where the technology to maintain these guys as well, like their guns, their armor, just wasn't happening. I think that Hitman Cutmo coming out soon. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, that looked good, that did. I saw a little bit of it. That did look pretty good. I'm really looking forward to Dawn of War 1's remaster coming soon. I'll probably stream the shit out of that, potentially, because I never had a chance to play the campaigns for him, because the game was so old, it didn't really run nicely on my system. But the remaster obviously will run on modern systems, and can actually use all your fucking RAM. Incredible. Which, I'm not kidding you, there used to be a mod to make Dawn of War 1 use all your fucking RAM. Or use like 4 gigs, I think. Or was it like, yeah, 4 gigs, so it only could use 2. It was that old. Water on this brush. I should probably be using the slightly bigger brush, I think. This might make this easier. Use this itty bitty brush for. You know what? Actually, we'll do that. 2 seconds. Take this brush off real quick. And we'll just grab the slightly bigger brush for this purpose. You have plenty of brushes, don't worry. This brush doesn't quite do the trick, but I think it should. Small basing brush should do a bit better. As far as coverage is concerned. To continue tomfoolery, I have a small force of converted space cat made marine. White and hot pink armor, made outfits, dresses, bow ties, etc. I have to name the Pertel. Excellent, excellent. Welcome to the Marine Cat Cafe. You better not order anything heretical. Or brother Nyaratis, sorry, brother Nyaratis over there is going to tear you a new arsehole, nya. Everyone gangster to the Space Marine says, I'm going to kill you, nya. Don't fucking clip me saying, yeah, I swear to God. That's my type of Marines. Ah, I see. Baroku, they're still Marines. They're still Space Marines. It's okay. You have the Sisters of Battle to be the very muscular women. On a side note, the Sisters, I looked it up. Well, I saw it a bit ago. I saw a piece someone was talking about, and they were like, the Sisters of Battle, to be battle ready, would have to like work out for 6 hours a day. So I'm not kidding you when I say they would actually be fucking ripped. Like, they would be genuinely jacked. Because they haven't got all the stuff the Space Marines do. They have the ports to connect to power armor, but they've not got things like the black carapace and other things. They'd have to fucking... Their gym, very active. I'm not saying a Space Marine gym wouldn't be fucking active, but still. The lowest chapter that doesn't go up for a bit too long. They were mutated, so gained cat ears and tails. They got the urge to act like cats and serve people like maids. Damn. It's just, I'm guessing occasionally, the thing that's on the menu isn't a coffee, it's death. I would imagine. God, my brush is drying out soon. Probably being a warm day, making the paint dry. Real quick. Maybe Iron Hands... yeah, Iron Hands Steel. Maybe that dries quicker. And I've been using it a bunch and it's pretty good actually. I think it's dare I say, on par with Lead Belcher. I want to say. I'm heading out now. Gotta go. Play Iron. Ron and Silverblade after. See that, Oku? Hey, Assassin Kitten. Speaking of people with cat in the name, welcome to the stream. I am not painting a Space Marine chapter. These are Solar Auxilia. They are humans. Unaugmented humans. Except they're in like the best fucking war gear and unaugmented human can get back in the Horus Heresy. These are 30k miniatures rather than 40k. Back in 30k, a normal human did actually have some options if they had to fight a Space Marine. The tanks obviously notwithstanding, of course. Go. I think it's securely in. Oh. Just try a little bit. Special armor unit. They are a special armor unit on Feral Space. Ah, nice. Oh, they've got the old school style power claws, don't they? It's the older model power claws, like the fingers of the claws. Ah, no worries, Assassin, no worries. Yeah, this is from Horus Heresy. So, back 10,000 years before current 40k, the Imperium was a little different. So, Space Marines were in legions back then, with the largest being in the hundreds of thousands. Yes, they would deploy tens of thousands of Marines to destroy entire, like, empires and species. Most of the 40k alien species, by the way, are the ones who survived the Great Crusade. Most of them didn't survive it. And half the reason is that the human forces were backed up by these guys. The elite of the Imperial Army, who could fight in the same kind of places where Space Marines could fight, and almost as well. And in space, like fully void-sealed suit, stab-resistant, whole 9 yards. Everyone fancy the future. Fine, I'll slowly. It's fine. You see, I'm quite aware that I'm a weird one in the VTubing space, which is why I go to places that aren't VTubing spaces. Slowly corrupt the people there. It's fine. You're all welcome to enjoy being corrupted by me slowly. by proximity. Yes, for anyone new to the fandom, yeah, these guys are not a thing in 40k anymore. You won't see this, sadly. You will not see the Solar Auxilia anymore. The technology required to arm them and armor them is just sort of lost, and Gilliman didn't see them as like a necessary thing to keep around. But some of these guys, if they did well and became like legate marshals and stuff, the offer of owning like after 30 years of service, by the way, the members of the Solar Auxilia were guaranteed good positions in the New World. Like, these guys were treated very, very well. And yes, you heard me right, 30 years of service. And then when the heresy happened, a lot of veterans came out of retirement, put on their old armor, and would military coup their own worlds to make sure they were on the side they wanted. Some did very much declare for the War Master. For example, these guys I'm painting right now. These guys in particular were very fond of the Word Bearers, and as such, how shall we say, felt chaos somewhat. These guys No, no. As I mentioned before, the Solar Auxilia kind of fell out of fashion and were just not practical for the modern Imperium. They would have been around for the Scouring, but a lot of them died off, and they're basically, like, you've got to imagine, like, so now in 40k, there's, like, loads of weapons and armor that they can't make anymore, right? Everything about this guy. So the Power Axe is probably the only thing they can still make. But this Void Armor, this shit, too expensive now. The Volkite weapons they can also use, almost unheard of anymore. Like, you know the Neo-Volkites the Marines have sometimes? That's it. That's the only, like, Volkite you're gonna see other than the occasional Tech Priest pulls it out. They jealously guard that shit. Back in the Heresy, though, everyone had access to that shit. It was actually the original weapon of the Space Marines, until it was deemed that it was actually not practical to arm them all with it. But back in the day, it was seen as the weapon of the future. A weapon from the dark age of technology that was extremely effective, very hard to produce. And as such, you know, it's not been around much now. Painting Lady Olenda. Ooh, I do not metallic metal for it. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. I've been trying to figure out different ways of painting Nighthorn. One way I decided to do it was making them like smoke. But I like that idea. Non-metallic metal for them. So I always found it weird their weapons were so corporeal when they weren't. So I think it makes sense to make their weapons look more incorporeal. Like non-metallic metal could definitely have a good idea for that. The Imperium's really broke. It is, to a point. It's gotten better. Like, the introduction of Primaris Marines kind of bolstered the Marine numbers up dramatically. Which they needed. But yeah, as I say, the Empire's not... It's not what it was. Guilliman is definitely in an awkward position for the minute. I mean, he regrets breaking the legions. That's a big thing. Although, I would argue the context of the situation he was in, he was right to do it. As much as the legions were strong, I think the context of the period, the Imperium kind of needed him to do it. Because I think the people of the Imperium would have revolted if he hadn't. Because after the Heresy, many people didn't want the Primarchs in charge. Most of them blamed the Primarchs and the legions for it. So, I think... But also, the Imperium degraded. Now, I know it probably doesn't feel like it much of all these new tech they're bringing out, like they're reintroducing hover bikes again, which is crazy considering they used to have only have the one. But I think the logic, at least, is that they've only slowly reintroduced some of this tech. Though again, Crawl is a dubious creature. And a lot of what he does is almost tantamount to, like, very dangerous research. Though, he's also a very practical person. So I can appreciate the... kind of work he does. I will say, the Primaris as a model line, it's taken a long time for me to get to like them. Because I think they kind of lost a lot of flavour. 40k kind of needs... But they're getting that back slowly. Like the Space Wolves releases and the Black Templar releases were definitely tantamount to that. Maybe they can give the Blood Angels another crack. Say the Sanguinary Guard about their wings still kind of long. I also give their ephemeral bodies a sort of squishy appearance between... Ah, nice, nice. Like the kind of the light's kind of breaking on them. I like that. I like that they have ranged units as well. Like, it was always something I found strange that why can't the ghosts have ranged weapons? It's like, yeah, why can't they? And they've made a nice little twist with them. I love the bodyguard units. It's like they're there just to gatekeep the king from having any fun. He goes to kill someone like a hero, guy gets shot through a wall. It's like, fuck you. You get nothing. I do love how the Nighthawk's entire gimmick is they are an entire faction of punished people. Every single person there is punished some way. Because Nagash is a petty, petty arsehole. But I also love the fact there's a ghost faction. It feels so rare for a setting to have a ghost faction. I mean, I get it. It requires a more high fantasy setting, I think, to allow a horde of ghosts to be kind of a viable enemy. Because, like, if you can't hurt them, not really much of a game, is it, at that point? So... But I do love the Nighthawk conception. I have a few myself. I haven't managed to paint a lot of them, but I love the idea. It's such a cool concept. Yeah. For the new people, by the way, I typically I tend to do Total War, but I also on Sundays do a Dark Heresy campaign. A Dark Heresy is an older tabletop RPG set in Warhammer 40k. So if any of you like that, next week will be the next session. I do it like a 2-weekly basis. So if any of you like the idea of that, then do come around 4 o'clock UK time. But I go from like 4 to 8, those streams. It's a nice old time. So I put my players through a unique and complex hell of trying to solve a case as things slowly escalate, and their own actions bite them in the ass. They are very fucking unsubtle. They try. Bless them, they try, but there is barely a subtle bone in their bodies. We did nearly have a death, actually, last session. However, I gave the helping hand, the olive branch of chaos, a little bit of taint. Took it. I do feel one of our players is probably on the path to damnation. And I may need to start preparing a Black Crusade campaign at this rate. The Craven Throne Guard is great. We ignore cover and shoot through terrain, which you love. And if it's not there, Nighthawk is basically rend. No, the models, no. We ignore everything, nothing else plasmas. Pretty much, yeah, which I like. See, something I liked about the Nighthawk as well is they were an accident. But they feel more developed than the Bone Reapers. Which is a shame, because I feel like the Bone Reapers are what they were building up to. But it didn't feel like they did much with it. I think it didn't help that they had a few leanings to Tomb Kings, and people were really excited for new Tomb Kings. I still secretly hope that Cetra just bursts into AOS and just smacks Nagash's face in, but... got him in Old World, so... not entirely lost. Although, when he'll actually when I get a new model is a different question. Yeah, the Throne Guard are cool. I just They're a really unique bodyguard, because they're not even there to fucking protect him half the damn time. They're there to cock him out of a kill. Do I... What do we want to do? Do I go and continue on? You know what? I kind of want to go and continue on the ones I've already done so far. Then come back to the other ones in a minute. Just to sort of accelerate the batching a little bit. And it just gets to bring back D3 plus 3 loss to all friend now on units. Yep, you get the best parts of necromancy. Your characters bring stuff back, or one of your characters anyway. And yeah, it's a pretty decent little position to be in. Hell, Lady Olander managed to get Be'lakor in an awkward position, if memory serves. Though he did nearly destroy her body, which I feel like would have done something. They also got the Black Coat, which is just one of the coolest units. Although, my god, that thing does not know the words, stay on your damn base. Because it does not stay on the base. Like, holy shit. That thing is terrifyingly off its base. Also, do let me know if the music's too loud. I can lower it. Yep, some paint on myself. Excellent. Time for those brass details. Now, we do also have, by the way, a heavy sentinel that I'm working on as well. I don't know how far we'll get with him. Big old missiles, big fucking melter, as far as the weapon options, and a little demonic bird friend. He's been customized a little bit, and a little bit deviates from the standard pattern. Basically, this is this regiment's particular pattern of Akron Heavy Sentinel. I did paint them red, but I might repaint them later, because, like, the metallics can come first. I don't know if I'll be painting him much, we'll see. He might be when I get done off stream, potentially. Yes. Better to focus on. Now, I appreciate at some point I'm going to have to make a Velataris command squad. I actually use these guys in-game. I feel like the Solar Auxilia got the better end of the stick with how the new, like, Force Org stuff works. Because the Tertio system kind of already worked that way. So, from what I understand, not a lot feels too different. But obviously we have no, like, rights of war kind of stuff. We have their own rights of war. Say we, like I haven't recently just sort of adopted the Solar Auxilia. We need like a supreme command to make that happen. It requires a legate marshal. I've been told from more experienced heresy players that they've got a bit better this edition. It's good because it's terrible last edition. Nighthawk, Daughters of Cain, nice. Tyranids, Necrons, Imperial Guard, Clones, and Droids Sort with Legions, and some Malefax offense models. Nice, nice. I think I'm mostly Warhammer as far as my stuff. I've got a little bit of a few things, honestly. Got some Nighthorn, got some Daughters of Cain myself. I've got some Ghouls, a few Black Templars, some Knights actually. I do have some Knights. Or Chaos Knights. I'm not really like dedicated to any particular army. I just grabbed stuff I liked here and there. But I made some Knights for House Griffith ages ago, and I painted them up. Sadly, I don't think I can get the House Griffith stuff anymore. I think I lost my transfers ages ago. It's a tragedy because those took a long time to do. Let me tell you. I was very, very proud of them. Still got the Knights. I just thought they were neat. Yes, I did actually. I got the Arena of Shadows box set. What was that other one as well that added the, the Medusa, the Iron Scale? I got them at some point as well. I can't remember where I got them from. I got them, and I got that. And I've got the one with the Nighthorn guy of the book, which I think is the Arena of Shadows box set. I wanted that one originally. I wanted it for the fucking a bunch of stuff in there, but also it had the Nighthawk with the big fucking like dual-handed swords. I thought they were so cool. There is a part of me quite tempted if I do build them and paint them. I've been the spit. I can't remember, that was ages ago. This was. I've not finished painting. I was gonna paint them like Drow. That's how I was gonna paint them. The Daughter of Cain specifically. The purple skin elves from D&D. So I thought it fit them. Yeah, I think if I did the ghosts, I would do them in the liquid metal. The liquid metal ones that you get mention of in the book, the Realm of Metal. Scriptum Mortis. Fair enough, yeah, he looks pretty cool. I like him. But yeah, I'd be very tempted to paint the Nighthorn like that liquid metal look and kind of like make them look like they're wet and moving. So I really like the idea of this like possessed metal. It sounded cool. It sounded really weird and different. And naturally I was drawn to it. I may well get round to it at some point. More water on my brush. That plane to flow better. Bits do I want to be? I'll paint this again. Rune Lord Brass. I do like Rune Lord Brass. It's very nice paint. This is the squad leader, the Prime, which is why he gets a Power Fist. He's a human character with a Power Fist. The Legate Marshals can get things like Thunder Hammers and stuff that are human-sized. And these guys also get weird stuff like needle pistols and things, which is very odd weapon options, I must say. New Necron. Oh, yes. Did the freehand. Oh, hell yeah. That's a free. Honestly, I wish I was good enough to do freehand, man. Honestly, freehand. There's such beautiful stuff seen freehand do. So. Oh, the Necron kill team. The Necron kill team is interesting because actually them using the Canoptex more, which I think is really cool. I fucking love the Canoptex. I love like non-humanoid robots. It's why I was quite drawn to the Mechanicum of 30k, because they've got some like non-human proportion robots and cyborgs and stuff. But like, we need more like non-humanoid robots. Like, deviate from the human form for robots. You don't have to be human form. The Necrons have got loads of those now. I think I'm happy with him. He will receive a wash, so don't worry, he'll start looking a lot more. Just for anyone who hasn't been here to see him, this is what we're going to try and make them all look like. How long have I been in the hobby? The hobby itself, rather than just the fandom. So I guess I've been in the fandom for a long time, since Space Marine 1. But as far as the hobby, I've probably been doing this since... Ooh, when did I first get into 4th Warhammer? I think. I want to say it was... I bought my first box... My Start Collecting Mechanicum box. I fucking love that box. The old Start Collecting Mechanicum box with the Omega Doomcrawler and the Tech Priest. Oh, so good. I got into the hobby, I think, 2017? Oh, fuck me. 2017. How long ago was 2017 again? Shit. Is it 7 years? Oh god, I'm old. I was 17 back then. Oh, Christ. See, I've been doing this for a while, on and off. See, I guess 7 years. So I feel very, very sad about when I'm thinking about it. 7 years has gone by very quickly, hasn't it? Oh my god. Let me try and get this in. Yeah. I've only recently acquired one of these because my hand keeps cramping up so much during painting. And then, like, I've not got any, like, medical problems with it, it's just, I think the hand position just wasn't good, which obviously what these are for, to help with that, so... I should have got the extra large one for the bloody Sentinel, honestly. It's been a long time for me. But this is the first time I've been, like, really getting into Horus Heresy. Like, I got the Mechanicum box when it came out. So I really wanted the robots, and the Phalanx are just cool as shit as well. Those really grim, dark cyborgs. Oh shit, that's the thing I didn't do in this guy. Do this. In a way, I both love and hate the detail in these guys. They're so detailed and so beautiful models. It's a shame they'll die in drove. The Marines will tear them a new one. It's a real shame, but you know what? I'll look good while dying in droves. 7 years, no free or... and no free handing. Honestly, I've just never been very, like... I think I've just never, like, sat down and practiced, honestly. I've never, like... I don't know. I can kind of do it. I've mental illness been a VTuber. Let me think. I started in September 2023. So this is nearly the end of my second year of doing this. I've changed a bit over the years, but... And, not long after the start of my third year, I'll be changing my look again. But for the last time for a while. Although, unlike last time when I changed my look, it wasn't a full rebrand. I kind of rebranded early because I didn't like my original design. Actually, no. I didn't like it. I didn't feel like it fully represented me, so I changed it up. That's probably the better way of putting it, because I did like the model, but I wanted to get something that felt more out there. Because my old one was just like a still quite nice looking, sort of mafia wolf girl. It was nice, but I felt that it was too safe. And I wanted something a little more out there. So I went with this. Plus, there's loads of demons in VTubing. There's so many demons. I was like, you know what? Let's have some angels. My condolences for you. Hope you get a fit on it soon. No chance to die anytime soon, my friend. No, the VTubing will continue. No. We'll continue. I like it, honestly. I like being a VTuber. I do. I actually do like being a VTuber. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's a way I've been able to confidently express myself. Because I don't like how I look IRL. I don't think I'm the best looking person, and frankly, I don't want to show my face. So this provides me a way of having a nice face for people to see, and also not showing my real face. I deeply value my anonymity. So I took doing VTubing as a way to continue being anonymous whilst being a content creator. So I decided I wanted to give it a go. Honestly, you know, it's been a journey. Some good, some bad, but it's been a journey, and there's a lot of things I'd do differently if I could start all over, but I'm quite happy in a way of where I've gotten. Further than I thought I'd have gotten, you know? Would I have liked to go even further? Maybe, but these things take time, and you know what? It takes another year or so, or more. It takes the time it takes, you know what I mean? We can always improve ourselves, people, as creatives. I mean, I'm sure you've known yourself. You've gotten better as you've done this hobby. You've tried things you've not done before. You've taken risks. You may have failed at some of things, and then you may have come back and gone, alright, let's do it better. And much the same with this, in a way. By being me, since I love the world and creation. That's fair. That's fair. My goal is to become a working member of society so that I can earn money, pay tax, and improve the world. Very fair enough, man. I mean, I work a full-time job, you know? Don't get me wrong, streaming is a part thing for me. It doesn't pay the bills. Yet. One day maybe, but at the minute, I have a full-time job in IT, and then this is my release, my escape, my way out for a bit. Where I get to be more myself, I get to drop the mask that I have to wear to feel like a member of society and kind of be me for a bit without having people judge me in a way. They still will anyway, it's just the way of things, but You know, out here I can be more myself than I've ever been able to be before. So it's a weird thing to describe. It's how I've always felt. Be unapologetically myself, without having to show my face, and as such, without having to kind of worry about judgment. Full-time worker, half-time VTuber. Exactly. Few more, and then we'll start doing some washes. Then we might come back to the rest of the squad. I do also have some pigments. I've been messing with pigments recently. That guy I've been showing off every so often that I'm referencing. The blue on the armor is kind of pigment I'm using. Pigment. This stuff. It's pretty decent stuff, honestly. I'm studying in IT programming. Nice. The Swedish job market has a gap of, holy, 120,000 spots in IT. Damn, I should consider moving. Yeah, no, I think the thing is, a lot of countries haven't realised how much they need IT, and then all of a sudden they really need IT. It's like, oh fuck. I know I've been told a bit that in some parts, like cybersecurity, which is actually an area I work in quite a bit. I'm mostly help desk, but my job kind of requires me to also do cybersecurity. Well, basically I signed up for it, but kind of like a weird hybrid role at the moment. But essentially, if there's a breach, well, we haven't had a full-on breach, but if there's a near miss, it's mostly me who deals with it. And you know, it's an eye-opening position. But no, I mean, I feel like IT jobs are one of them things that are going to be around for a bit. People are like, out of all the jobs that AI might replace, I'm very confident IT is not one of them, because there will always be someone who needs to be told, have you turned it off and on again? And more importantly than that, they need people who can program, they need people who can maintain these AI systems, or maintain various other things, or just simply need a human face to, like, help them understand the technological issue. As much as there's a lot of talk about AI at the minute, even at my place, I'm confident AI is not going to replace us, because, again, our job is frankly too much for most AI to handle. Most AI is fucking dumb. And if you've read a recent article, very recently, a AI intended for programming, basically it would create code and stuff, it just deleted an entire database, even after being explicitly told, do not do any changes. It ignored it. It apparently, and I quote, panicked, and just did it anyway. That tells me that AI like that is unreliable and not a human replacement yet. Maybe one day it will be, but I think we'll all be long gone by the time we have to think about that eventuality. And to be honest, I honestly wonder how long the AI craze will last, because I've seen this happen with cryptocurrency before. I kind of see it as a fad, I'll be honest. I'm not taking it overly seriously. Maybe it will become the next big thing, but I've heard all this stuff before. And to be honest, a lot of the people who are talking about it in my place, I'm looking at them and thinking, you don't want AI to become a full-on thing because some of you might not have a job. Because some of the people who are like really into it, I'm like, yeah, no, it'd replace you. It actually, so I'm not too worried. my perspective. AI isn't doing my job. Because it can't. It's not smart enough. The algorithms it uses don't have the intellect. It doesn't have real intellect. It has a pseudo-intelligence. A kind of facsimile of intellect that isn't really there. It's just a fancy algorithm at the minute. Once it's actually intelligent, then maybe I'll worry, but not too bothered till then. It's Kerbal's TED Talk on AI. I got one of Sweden's biggest colleges in Sweden called Gymnast. I'm probably saying that horribly wrong, sorry. Over 2k students. That one that covers IT, engineering, so engineering, IT, advanced math, etc. Don't decline major group 2 classes. Next year 1 class. Holy shit. I'm surprised there's such a fall off, considering the demand. I would have thought well, I see the demand's there, right? Is there a particular reason that the supply's so bad over there for it? Is the pay just bad or something? Because I know, if I give an example where I'm currently at, the pay is miserably bad, in my opinion. For what they're asking. They ask us to do multiple roles, but they often don't pay for it. I find a lot of places at the minute have this weird trend of not fully realizing they need to pay, like, more. Because we're in high demand, you know? There's a lot being asked of us, and I think, and I say to any IT professional, or upcoming IT professional, know your worth. Once you've got a few years under your belt, you've got worth. Most places are like, hey, 3 to 5 years. Once you've got 3 to 5 years, my friend, make sure your place knows your worth, okay? Because they will try and undercut you. You damn well will. That's not secure again. Yeah, of course. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I would definitely say this. A lot of companies will try and undersell your worth, and then they will come begging you for help when things go wrong. So just make sure they're aware that, hey, they want you to keep being there when they need your help to keep things running, because God forbid that a global pandemic happens again. It was us who kept things running after all. So make sure you know your worth, alright? Because some places really try and mask your worth. I promise you this, you're worth more than they think. And they will beg you to come back if you decide to go elsewhere, better pay. You can definitely, after the first, like, I would say especially after the first, like, a couple of years, if they ain't paying you right, fucking go somewhere else. If the demand's that bad, they will reconsider, or, well, they'll be in demand for it again. Most people who choose to continue their studies go economics. Sweden's IT market won't be satisfied in the next 10 years. The government is considering forcing people to certain study plan. That's just not going to work, though, is it? Forcing people to study a certain thing. I can't think of a time in history where forcing people to study a certain thing has ever worked out. You need, like, when it comes to stuff like that, you need to incentivize. You can't force. Over here, we'd like to try and force things occasionally, and it just blows up in our faces because, again, this is how people work. You can't force a reality that doesn't exist. You've got to incentivize instead. People in power don't always understand that, but you can't force things. If you try and force things, it won't work. And at that point, you're fucked. You've got to try and, like, give people reasons to get in. Increase funding, pay, Gotta make it attractive. Did it with trucking in my country. Trucks. We had a huge demand for trucks and truck drivers. So we started paying stupid amounts of money for them. At this point, there's a lot of truck drivers driving around on like 60 grand plus UK. It's £60,000 a year or more. It's a lot of money. A lot of money, right? So there are ways of doing it. The problem is that big. It's the problem that has been going Comet Crash since 1993. Oh, I hear you. It's a problem, but going full on control, nah. People don't work that way. You'll create very piss poor IT professionals because they won't do the job properly. And you'll gain a new problem. That is the abundance of, people who don't want to do the job, being forced into doing the job. And I assure you, you can tell when someone doesn't want to do the job. I promise you that now. Tell. Believe me, I've had reconsiderations occasionally. I've occasionally reconsidered doing my career path for IT. My work has made me question it occasionally, because sometimes I think, wow, this is bad. But then I remember there is better out there and I am searching. No, I think what they should do instead of forcing, help people along. Hell, pay their tuition. I'm not even kidding. You will get a lot of people who might consider doing an IT degree, getting qualified in IT, if the government's paying their tuition. Why not? Worst case scenario, you've had a free education. Right, I think that's all of those guys. Donezo. Now it's time for the washers, I think. Blasting school out of 27 people, 2 went into the study line. Oh yeah, like I say, I hear you what you're saying. It's a problem. It's a problem, but you've got to be careful how you fix it, because you might create a new problem later. It's always the problem with these sorts of things. Ah, you have free education as well, do you? Okay. And free school lunches, Christ. That's always a contentious one over here. Okay, I need to crack a different brush out because I would like something a bit more width. Little bit of girth on it. A little bit. That should do it. Wet the brush real quick. Right. Time to bust out my friend the non-oil. Emery! Then Ghost Tsushima. Oh shit, playing Ghost! Well, enjoy, my friend, enjoy. It's honestly, Ghost of Tsushima was such a good game. I regret not streaming it, but it kind of became my fun little game to get away and just play between streams and after work. Honestly, I fucking love that game. It's such a beautiful game as well, like just aesthetically, it's fucking beautiful. It's just one of the prettiest games I've ever played in my life. The aesthetics are spot on. The story is amazing. I hope you enjoy it, my friend. I hope you enjoy it, because I was in love with that game. I hope the sequel is even half as good as the original, if not better. There's not a lot of games nowadays I actually fall in love with, but Ghost of Tsushima was by far one. I can see priests to get paid studying around. Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, yes. I was saying to you earlier, wasn't I? Quite a few of my audience tend to be from your neck of the woods, actually. Denmark, Sweden, Norway, that kind of area. There's a few. Very easy part where I just cover the thing. This brush isn't quite doing it. It's not actually as effective. Bigger brush? Or appropriate wash brush? The brush is so long. This one ought to do it. Yep. It's a bit better. Oh, push. Oh, yeah, it's that part where I don't understand the language. This is where I need to start learning the Norse languages, don't I? It's okay, one of my mods is from Denmark, so, well, my only mod currently is from Denmark. I have half considered opening up to have a second mod, by the by. I have been considering this just to make things a bit easier on my primary mod, and also just to sort of help cover, just so, you know, there's someone, in case, you know, he's not able to be there, or other things, just so there's more than one person sort of keeping an eye. Not that I'm too worried, because you guys, well, in general, majority of my community are well-behaved, nice people. They're pretty civil, so I don't worry too much about it, but I still think it'd be helpful. Especially on the YouTube side, actually. I wouldn't mind having someone just who has some moderation power in case I don't see something in YouTube. Again, I've not had too much worry on that front. You guys have been pretty nice for me, so I'm more like to have it and not need it than need it and not have it kind of thing. So, may or may not put some things out for that soon. We'll see. Hey Femi, how's painting going? Painting's going quite well, I'd say. We're just applying the washes now. But yeah, we're doing all right, I'd say. Painting is going well. Yeah, how you doing, Femi? How's things for you? How's your Sunday going for you? Okay. Actually, get a little bit on here for his base. Got it. For anyone who's doing building yourself, feel free to use your sprues as basing material. Bit of milliput alongside it, it's actually really great basing material. Being plastic and all that. Yeah, we have my squad of Elataris, we have this big boy here. He's got a mill and now a Twitch affiliate. Hell yeah, well done my friend, well done. Hell yeah. Congratulations on your affiliate, my friend. Enjoy your ability to use bits, emotes, channel points, and all kinds of fun stuff. Honestly, when I got affiliate, man, I felt fucking top of the world. The best thing, though, is, like, you can use channel points. It's, like, so fucking good. Oh, the game I'm making... Yeah, I plan on making the game that will... down history. I mean, I hope you manage it, Marie. I hope you manage it, seriously. A special place in Sweden. We have our own national anthem. Oh shit, have your own little, like... Oh, okay, it's like its own little... I was not aware that was a thing in Sweden. I am learning a lot today. We even have our own language. Oh, okay. Oh. Again, I didn't... Today, I learned that was a thing. Thank you for introducing it to me. I feel I've become slightly more learned. In all seriousness, I didn't know it was even a thing. It's a weird little detail I was never aware of. Though I never profess to know everything about that part of the world. So you don't. Clearly, I know very little. No, that is very unique and interesting. Holy shit. See, one of the big joys for me doing this stuff is I get to meet all kinds of people, and one of the best joys about that is I get to meet people from all kinds of places that I've never been to, know little about, who can tell me about where they're from, and I get to learn all kinds of new things, which is honestly one of the coolest bits about this. I've always said it's one of the bits I've always liked about streaming. I get to learn about all kinds of new places, all kinds of new people. We will brighten areas this guy back up, don't worry. Just I'm needing to shade him down a little. Also, if I keep like staring off at you at the screen, I do apologize, chat. It's just the camera can't see me. I do have some like inks and shit I've been messing with, but I'm not overly fond of them because they fucking choke me out, honestly. Villainy inks are cool as shit, but the thinner for them, Jesus Christ, using thinner, the oil stuff, Christ, actually kind of chokes me out. My asthmatic ass is not built for the fumes and things produce. The full name is Republican Jamla. Jutland, Republic of Jutland in 1100 lost to Norwegian and became Norwegian until early 1700s. where you take about a Swedish king and became Swedish. Become the most northern runestone, a stone that. Oh, okay. Yeah, and there was a whole like thing of like the introduction of Christianity up there, because obviously it was not always the prevailing faith. I don't know, I always find it interesting, like, all the tales of people who've sort of come down from that part of the world, like the Varangian Guard, for example, have come like all the way down to like the Eastern Roman Empire and stuff. Oh, it was Ottoman Empire, I think it was. Oh, was it Eastern Roman Empire? Maybe Eastern Roman. I can't remember the exact place now, but. That part of the world, let's say, the North areas of the world always do interest me. You guys done some cool shit over there. People really under-talk about it. It's always about the Greek or the Roman. It's like, actually, there's a lot of shit up north as well. People just don't talk about. I think it's an actual pity. Code this guy into that. Chrome Minecraft is Swedish. That is true. That is true. That is very true. You guys have exported a lot of big things, including the largest YouTuber of all time. Don't know if you still claim him, but he was from your shores. Smoke grind meat. Ooh. Smoked meat's quite nice. Hunt moose. Holy shit. We'll kill moose. Let's eat that. Oh, so that's... Ah, so you do have that tradition. Interesting. Ah, nice, nice. Honestly, going after moose is kind of fucking hardcore. Like, we're talking about the animal that literally will on-site you. It's a herbivore that looks at you and goes, "Would you like to fucking go, son?" I've seen their pictures of those fucking wild eyes they fucking pull on you when they're about to fucking go for your ass. Like, if there's one animal if I saw in a forest and I wouldn't fucking mess with it, it's a moose. Jesus Christ. That's fucking hardcore as shit, man. After the mighty moose. They are no joke for an animal. Plenty of respect for anyone who hunts one of them down. Doesn't get killed in the process. I bet a lot of people do get killed in the process hunting with them. Do not fuck around with a moose. They are a moose calf beef mashed burgers. Hell yeah. Also, that moose meat does taste nice. I mean, hell, there are the times where a moose will travel by water in certain parts of the world, and the fucking orca will eat their ass. So, you know. Well, you know what? If the greatest predator of the sea says it's good meat, then I'll listen to that. Right, that's all of them hit with the wash. What time are we on? 2.5 hours in. Last night a moose was eating apple outside my house. Just being close to the moose outside. Shit. I need a cow because moose, but chicken pig. Damn, I guess. I don't know, I don't eat a lot of beef myself. I must admit, I've been very chicken heavy with my meat. I have. I've been very big on chicken meat. Went through a phase of having a lot of fish. A lot of smoked fish. Good shit, that is, smoked fish. Holy fuck. Come back to the washes at the moment. Heavy Sentinel, my boy. Heavy Sentinel. Let's clean up those chevrons on you. Then look at doing your metallics. In fact, moose meat is a red meat and only contains a small amount of fat. Oh, really? Okay, how fast fish? Moose can also be raw without big bones like other meats. The base of wild boar. Holy shit. I mean, wild boars are, it's weird hearing about this stuff, because, like, in my country, we kind of just fucking annihilated anything, like, remotely dangerous. Like, moose is long gone. I know we went on, like, a half a century long campaign to eradicate every wolf that was in this country. I know we're reintroducing them nowadays, but, like, I think back in ancient time, we just fucking, like, back in, like, was it medieval times, I think? We just fucking killed them all. Like, we kind of went kill crazy over in this country. And we're slowly bringing things back for reintroduction. Whether we should is a different question, I suppose, considering if someone's been gone for a while, it's not like the ecosystems we built from them. But, you know. It's better than introducing cats to places that they weren't before. Shit. Just cut it to it. Oh, we'll just have one side of the chevron. On this side didn't do too well. We can paint over it, so just take a little bit. Do that. Then back up. Just keep the one on the left leg instead. The cool armor coat. Far back on my lake, this town. 40 just shit, okay. That moose goes off. We have to be careful of the young moose, to be fair. Mama moose isn't down. The cooldown encounter over going backwards grandparents' home. We stopped right in front of a flock of 6. Oh shit, okay. Although keep watch a small tree. That's the thing, you counter a small animal, it's like, where's your mother? And just somewhere in the fucking bush, it's a very fucking near ready to murder your ass mother. That'd make any Karen fucking look like nothing. Because Karen ain't got fucking big ass hooves and well, thing antlers, but don't even need them. Almost like a bear or something, or you know. If farm animals in town, we don't fucking like. Yeah. Yeah, leave little baby alone. I want to live any longer. Right, I'm gonna need a larger. Actually, no, I think we can do some of the metallic. We do the metallics with, what's this, the Artificer? No, we do just a bit small, boy. Small layer. Now, there's a lot of, and also not a lot of metallics on this, so... time beyond. Go for a little longer. Won't be going too late as I've got work tomorrow, unfortunately. As much as I wish I didn't. Believe me, I wish I didn't. We've made good progress, I think, though, chat. I think we've made really good progress. We've got 4 guys, well, almost half the squad done. They need a little bit more cleanup and some extra little bits. And we've made some progress on the Sentinel. And these other guys have got... I also got long work. We do bits there. I do post the pictures of these on social media. And the Discord as well. So if you do want to see how they turn out, so I'll probably finish them off in between streams. You know. So I'll show them off. January, I think the 2nd and 3rd had 2 that's round. Emerald Green. Oh yeah, you guys get the nice fucking Aurora Borealis and stuff, don't you? You get that nice, really pretty shit going on. We get it very rarely over here, but not too often. Now, I'm going to do the chains. So I decided to add some like chains and stuff. These chains, by the way, are from the Chaos Knight, the War Dogs kit specifically. I thought they were a cool addition to make them look more traitor. Because I didn't want to go too overboard into like Chaos. I wanted to make them obviously traitor. I thought the vehicle was a good place to like add that customization. So if anyone a bit more in the know about the lore, that's why this thing's had some modifications. Also because I fucked up the pistons here, so I added some, like... These skulls here will be, like, decorative. The skull on top isn't. That's the former commander. This thing. He enjoys his new perch above, on top of the Sentinel, to watch as it engages in wars for the name of the War Master instead of the Emperor. Again, I felt it was fitting. And obviously that little tapestry on here to show their allegiance to the word bearers. Add some, like, funny scriptures to it or something, you know? Oh, okay. Am I right in thinking, now correct me if I'm wrong, am I right in thinking you guys have, like, fuck all sunlight for, like, ages in the year? Or am I mistaken? Is that, like, a misconception? Or is that further north than where you are? Because as I understand it, at a certain point around that neck of the woods, there's, like, a point where the sun just barely comes out. If ever, at a point in time. Or is that more Finland and places like that? That not so much Sweden. I was gonna say, yeah, pleasure to meet you as well, my friend. Pleasure to meet you as well. Please feel free to come back anytime. You are more than welcome. It was good to see you, my friend. Have a wonderful day. Do take care of yourself. I don't want to describe how many times I fucked up doing these legs. Yeah, this thing was easy and horrible to build then. When do you get like max 4 hours sunlight? Even more north or something. Holy. 4 hours and it's just black. Jesus. That is insanity, man. I've heard it got dark, but ooh, 4 hours. And I thought I got around the darks more often than that. Oh. Brush. Why does this music reminded me of StarCraft 1? It reminded me of the StarCraft 1 soundtrack. Give me that vibe. Good bit of this on. Bits now. Water. We'll probably finish the metallics on this, the sort of silver metallics anyway. And then wrap it up after that, I think. I think I can do in relative speed. Honestly, I'm looking forward to slowly building out this regiment to something. I think it'd be quite cool. I'd like to have a little something of my own. Again, it's very different to what a lot of people are doing, so they'll be doing Marines. Whereas here I am, doing good old humanity. I'd say the Space Marines are human. Yeah, they're post-human though. These are good old humans. Best shit possible. Template so good, the Emperor thought, hey, I can do this with my whole army eventually. He probably could have, if, you know, obviously had to happen. But I hope you guys have liked this painting stream. I hope you've, you know, enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll do a few more of these. So you know what? I think sometimes I need to do these every so often. I think for me, at least, and hopefully you guys like them too. They're a nice chill stream where we can kind of just chat, do our own thing. Or join the server. See you in a year. Yes. Yeah, I do have an 18 plus. Yeah, I do have an 18 plus, my friend. We get a bit spicy in the server. Not like NSFW kind of spicy, but like a little on the risque. So I I sort of play it safe by having that rule in place. Nice Maniac. Welcome on in, welcome in. I'm not far off wrapping up, but I'm just painting... Well, I've been painting some Solar Auxilia. I will grab one for camera. Painting the Solar Auxilia here. He's just drying off from his wok. And I'm just finishing off the, well, silver metallics on this Heavy Sentinel. Yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment. I'll say, I'll probably be wrapping up once I've done the silver on this. I've been going for nearly an hour. I am getting a bit tired. Yeah, so a nice chill painting stream. Because Cobra all really could do with it after you semi-stressful total streams. So do feel free to make stuff nice and comfy in the meantime. I don't know, can you raid on YouTube? Is raiding an option? I don't know enough about YouTube streaming, I must admit. I've not had to think about it before, but is raiding an option on YouTube? Can you send people to people? Or do you have to be like, you know, an affiliate on YouTube to do that? So I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, so I don't know if there's like restrictions, that kind of stuff in place. Or what the raiding etiquette is on YouTube. I'm only familiar with Twitch's raiding etiquette. Point at least. Everything I'm seeing rules-wise, the new Horus Edition is horrific. I've seen stuff about it, and I'm not feeling like infused by a lot of the stuff. I feel like Solar Auxilia is one of the only factions that feels like it got an improvement this edition, although we still lost a bunch of stuff, which is really annoying. But it doesn't feel like we've been screwed nearly as bad as the Marines have. Many respects. Marines feel like they've been really fucked over. I know a lot of it's in the PDF, but I have to say it feels a bit dirty that they've put so much of the stuff in the PDF. Scratch. I'll clean that up a bit later. Yeah, the Horus Heresy is looking in a dubious spot as far as rules are concerned. At the minute, I'm kind of just... The way I see it is this. I'm not going to have an army ready by the time the next edition comes around. But this edition ends anyway. So I'm just building and painting me. And then we'll see what happens, because I doubt I'll be finished before the next edition. I could be wrong, but I'll be very surprised if I get a game of this army before the new edition. At the rate they're pumping these editions out, man. I don't really know much about Harris Harris, who just ordered my first model attempts of Dreadnought, so I'm asked to... See, from, like, my perspective, obviously, I'm getting into Solar Auxilia, so mine's a bit weird, because obviously I'm dealing with guys who are much, on average, weaker than what you'll be used to having. Like, this guy here is meant to kind of answer a Contemptor Dreadnought with his Melter, but I am under no illusion that if your Contemptor was to charge at me, it'd kill me. I do think the army building rules are worse, overall. The only faction I feel that they've been okay with is, again, Solar Auxilia, because Solar Auxilia's army rules, as well as building them, were already like that. But I do feel that you've lost a lot as far as Rights of War. So it's a weird one. Though, at the very least, some legions definitely have had it better than others. Which legion are you doing, by the way? Because I feel like, depending on your legion, that will affect your perspective a little. Because some legions have had it really nice, and some legions have had it really rough. It definitely feels like Thousand Suns, for example, have had it better this edition. Because psychic powers aren't nearly as fucked. Alpha Legion. Ah, okay. I don't know what their position's like, I'll be honest, so I can't tell you much. What I would imagine is they probably have a special detachment that's just stealing someone else's specialist units. That's what they had in older editions. And I would imagine they have a detachment that gets that. Because your whole thing was you could steal someone else's stuff. Well, here's the nice thing, by the way. You know how the Imperial Fists have, like, the Templar Squad, or have the guys with the Stone Fists? I forget the name of them. You can steal one of their units, in older editions anyway, and put it in your army. I don't know what the stance is in 3rd edition, but I would like to think that's stuck, because that's one of their biggest things. But no, I think... I don't want to, like, flood you with negativity, because I feel like that'd be wrong, but I'm not 100% confident on where things are going with Heresy. Like I say, if I'm going off the Reddit, a lot of people tell me that Solar Auxilia is not a bad place, which is nice to hear from me, because 2nd edition Solar Auxilia was painful. My poor Axe boys wouldn't stand a chance. Steal of actual person's... So from the range. So, for example, they could have, like, Gorgon Terminators, or the Acramentar, or, you know, they could steal a unit from another faction, basically, another Space Marine unit. Basically, the idea is they infiltrated that particular detachment. So, like, let's say, oh, you want to have your Legion, maybe they were stalking the Thousand Suns for a while. Well, they pull up with a bunch of rubrics, because a bunch of their guys infiltrated the rubrics, or they bought the loyalty of a bunch of rubrics from another army, basically. So you can just walk up with someone else's, like, specialist units. On top of having, like, your really cool Linnean Terminators with a fucking conversion beamer. Which is kind of weird, actually. You guys get a Legion-specific Terminator squad, which is always interesting, but weird, because, like, Alpha Legion... I always would think Seekers, like, you know, like that kind of stuff. Though you do have, like, that one sniper guy who can just keep reappearing because he gets to pull the IML fairies bullshit. Yeah, your Legion's an interesting one. They're really fascinating, and one I think is very underutilized in the lore. Yeah, no, I think you'll have a good time with it. their colour scheme's quite nice in Heresy as well. I love the Heresy colour scheme. I'm quite fond of Word Bearers myself, though I'm always a big fan of Night Lords. But the Word Bearers, a pre-red colour scheme, it's the grey. I really like the grey. That's what these guys are based off of, actually. There's an artwork of Ashen Circle, like this sooted coloured armour, where there's like yellow demonic like eyes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, Alpha Legion are cool. It's a fine choice, my friend. I think you'll have a good time with them, honestly. Again, you'll have to see what the Liber Hereticus rules are like, because obviously your Primarch doesn't go Demon. But yeah, Word Bearers are fun. Weirdly, I like the Legion. I'm not as big on their named characters, except for Argol Tal. But I fucking love the Gel Vorbak, and I love the Ashen Circle. They're just so cool. Just the concept of them. Argol Tal is amazing. I love the guy. If there's one resin model I'll probably pick up, it's Gel Vorbak and an Argol Tal. You know what I really wish, though? I wish there was more winged Gel Vorbak. I would love like a Gel Vorbak assault squad. It'd be fucking terrifying. Honestly, I would love them to bring the Gel Vorbak back in 40k, because I think they're just so cool. The true union of demon and man. They're so cool. They are the best possessed they've ever been, and the models are the best possessed models we've ever done. I love them conceptually. So yeah, no, they need that stuff. I could rant for quite a while on that one, but I'm looking at the time, and I'm afraid to say, my dear chat, I will have to love you and leave you, which I hate to say because obviously I would love to stay for longer. But I wish I could tell. I know, right? God, maybe when the new edition comes out fully, hey? They're too busy stocking the Sat 9, guys. I have read bits of it, but not the full thing. I need to go and actually, like, read the book fully, because honestly, I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I haven't had a chance to go read the full thing yet. I hear it's like required reading, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll be streaming again on Thursday. That'll be the next time I stream, though I do have a video I bring out every week at least. I will try and have a video out every week. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for being here. You're more than welcome anytime. Right. My dear chat, my dear sinners, I have to love you and leave you. I do hope you had a good day. I hope you had a wonderful stream. You've been a pleasure as always, and I will see you all next time. Oh, yes, I've heard. But yeah, next time I think we're going to be doing some For Honor on Friday and Saturday, and then we have a Dark Heresy campaign stream on Sunday. Yes, for those who are new, I DM Dark Heresy, which is a tabletop RPG set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. If you like Warhammer, you may very well like it as well. But that's all from me. I've been Baron Zarko-Brel, your Cyber Angel VTuber, and I will see you all next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. Ta-ta for now.